welcome to Enquire to Choir. My name is Eva and I'm here to help you, fellow choir people. So you just got an information about a choir competition being held and you're thinking about entering it with your choir. If you're unsure about whether your choir should enter a competition in general, you can watch the video I made last week and that is here. But in this video, I'm going to talk about how to recognize a good choir competition for you. Because yes, there are bad choir competitions, but what good and bad means to me doesn't necessarily mean the same to you. First of all, let's start with answering that question. What is a good choir competition? For me, a good choir competition is the one where I won't feel like I was wasting my time, effort, and money by entering it. It's not about the awards my choir did get or could get. It's about the level of respect that the organizers showed to my choir and to the other choirs who were competing. This respect could be shown by the level of organization of the competition, by the fair judging, by the encouraging atmosphere. But I'm going to be so frank here, sometimes a good competition for the choir's reputation could be a very unknown and a very easy one. Because, let's be honest, if somebody reads the choir's biography and sees that at a certain competition, choir won gold, most people don't even think about what kind of a competition it was. The main information in there is that someplace, somewhere, this choir won gold. Winning 10th place at one competition is possibly equal to winning platinum gold at some other competition. I'm not saying I go by this rule. Actually, I don't enter these kinds of competitions. But just to be fair, I have to acknowledge the fact that a good choir competition could mean different things to different people and choirs, depending on what they need. If you wish to really challenge your choir and yourself as the choir leader, I suppose you want to try to keep it real, play it fair. Here's a list of things to notice when you're wondering if a certain choir competition is worth entering. The first thing is information about the competition easily available? Listen, if you have to search really hard for basic information about the competition, that's not really a good thing. In the competition's general description, you have to be able to see who is the organizer, when and where it is being held, what are the criteria, who is in the jury, what the award system is like, which expenses are covered by the competition fee you have to pay to enter it, and the way to apply for the competition. Also, there should be a contact email, a contact person, and a contact telephone number. End of story. The second thing is, who is the organizer? From my experience, that says a lot. Not just about the level of organization, it could say a lot about the judging as well. For example, the last competition my ensemble went to, it was organized by a specific organization, which I will not name here. And it turned out that the choirs that won at this competition were led by the people who are actually in this organization. It seemed like the message from me, who is not a member of that organization, was you have to be with us to win. And I'm not even being bitter about this because I think my ensemble was judged rather fairly. But the pattern of the judging and the awards at this competition was really obvious. Also, if you have never heard about these organizers, if you can't find any information about them, if you can't find anyone who can tell you they know what they are doing, if you can't find anyone who actually worked with them, I mean, you can give them a chance because everyone has to have the first competition. But just be aware that you can be aware of that fact in advance. My favorite thing to think about is number 3. What is the competition fee used for? Okay, I suppose you know that competitions need money to be held. That's okay, that's a given. And of course your fee is used for the competition to be better in that sense. But if the competition fee you have to pay in order to enter the competition is exceptionally, or should I say irrationally high, sometimes you can't see where your money actually went. You can, for example, look at the awards. Is your money in there? Are the awards monetary? Look at the itinerary. Are there certain things in there? The lunch is paid for, you have a sightseeing, anything which could show you that your money went to something useful. Of course, sometimes you can't see where that went until you come to the competition. Actually, that competition I talked about a few minutes ago, that fee was exceptionally high. It was so high that I was very surprised, but we paid for it because we thought, okay, that's what we have to do. But when we came there, the organization was awful. The printed materials for it were homemade on simple piece of paper on a printer from home, full of mistakes. No money went into that, let me tell you. I hope so, at least. Other than the jury and the jury secretary, there were no other people working on this competition. So you didn't have anyone who would call you up and say, you're next, for example. And to top it all, my favorite part, it was held in winter and there was no heating in the place where we were supposed to be warming up, ironically. That's just insane. The awards were not monetary. They were just a plain piece of paper and we didn't get anything additional. We knew that the venue where this competition was held at was being provided by the town, and the only thing that seemed to be really expensive was the jury, who has to be paid for their time. But let me tell you, they were not so important and knowledgeable to have to be paid that much. So at the end of the competition, most of the people came to realize that our money was spent to finance this organization that was organizing the competition. I don't mind financially supporting this organization, but I don't want to do it by coming to a competition in which I'm not getting anything. At this competition, I really felt like the money we invested and the time we invested was in vain. Number 4. Who is in the jury and what's the award system like? Thankfully, today it's very easy to find things about people. But when the jury is presented in association with this competition, there should be at least an explanation who they are if there is not a biography. If you want to go to a competition, I suppose you want to get some feedback from the people who are judging you. So you want these people to be knowledgeable and to know what they're doing. And when it comes to the award system, there are so many systems and ways of doing this. Just be aware of the certain kind of vanity awarding in which everyone gets an award. And that could be a very good thing if you want to motivate your choir members, if you want to test them for a competition and there are actually no losers. That can be a very good thing, but sometimes that's just a vanity competition. And I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying that if you want to go there, be aware that you're going there. And finally, number 5, do the organizers seem like they care? I know this sounds like I'm a little girl who believes that everyone has to be nice. I'm not like that. I'm just saying that when you enter a competition, when you send your application, you should get feedback that your admission went through. You should get a detailed itinerary, the correct timetable for the competition. All I'm saying is you should be acknowledged. And after the competition, you should be able to get some feedback in person from the jury or a written critique. I know some of these things you can't possibly know until you're actually at the competition, but I think it's good to become aware of certain things just to know for the future. Thank you for watching. I really hope it was helpful. If you liked the video, you can press the thumbs up button. And if you wish to see more from Enquire to Choir, you can subscribe. Conduct well, conductors, and I'll see you next time. Bye!